doctor
And,
started this?
and they told her to go to the hospital.
But let me stop. She explained to me how she was feeling.
She was feeling tired and headachy and really stressed out and exhausted, basically. And so we told her to go to the doctor, and she did. And then they told her to go to the hospital for tests. And then that afternoon, they told her that she had leukemia. So it was a big shock to all of us. Because, I mean, previous to those 2 weeks, she was really healthy, really, motivated in everything she did.
You all thought it was because of the stress.
Yeah, the stress of graduating, doing her interviews for the scholarship, picking her apartment out in Tempe for ASU, and just, we thought it was just a buildup of things. We didn't think it was leukemia, but it just scared us when we found out.
What is she saying right now?
Right now, she wants to rest. She's building her strength up, and she's going to fight it, and she's going to overcome it. She had the choice of going to graduation tonight, but the doctor wanted her to stay away from germs and dirt and pollen and things like that because her immune system is down. And so she decided that it wouldn't be in her best interest, health-wise, to go.
What did she tell you? What did she tell you when you visited her?
She told me to be brave and not to cry. And we just talked and told each other that we loved each other and that, that we would get through this, just to be strong for each other. And for me to take care of, the kids and take care of my mom, because she's always, taking the kids' places, buying them things. She's a really good, kind of mom to them.
What is she saying? Is she gonna get over this and keep on going? What is her?
This is just gonna slow her down a little bit. It's not gonna stop her. She's just gonna deal with it and move on. It's a learning experience. She told me it's really a life experience for her. She's going to learn as much as she can from this and use it for the rest of her life. It's taught her, how precious life is, and to always tell people you love them, and that unexpected things happen. Because, she has her life all planned out, but now she sees that, well, I have to prepare in case those things happen. So,
what does she want to do when she gets over this little spell here? What does she want to do?
She is going to go to college. Well, first she's going to eat Taco Bell with us, because I told her I wouldn't eat Taco Bell until she got better.
She likes Taco Bell?
Yeah, soft tacos. So, and then after that, we're going to go pick her apartment out, and she's going to go to ASU, be a valedictorian there, and be a journalist. That's her dream. She'll accomplish it.
How's the family feeling right now? This must be mighty tough.
Yeah, well, we were in shock, and we were just sitting around crying. But then we stopped and realized that crying wasn't going to help Monica. Being brave and strong and supporting her emotionally, and sending her teddy bears and just telling her that we're going to be there for her, that she's going to beat it. Just supporting her. So we're not feeling sorry for ourselves or for her, because she's going to get better. There's no doubt in my mind or in my heart that she's going to do better.
She's got all kinds of awards, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. Yeah.
There's spread out all over the table.
Scholarships from a lot of different places, top 10%. She didn't have a 4.0, she had a 4.4, So she's beyond 1. Everything she did, she didn't just give it 100%, she gave it 150. She didn't do anything halfway.
Sal, you have the letter here, don't you? The letter that she wrote with the address that she's going to do tonight, don't you?
First page, and tonight is class 1994 graduation. You have worked very hard and have overcome it all. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to lead you. During the last few days, I've come to realize that life and friendship are things that should not be taken for granted. It really takes something like this to open up our eyes and make us stop and realize just how precious life and friendship is. I would like to thank my family and friends for all the love and support they'll have given me and are right now and I'm giving you right now to help me. And although I may not be here standing in the end, I appreciate all you guys and the time you have done me, and I thank you. I love you all.
Great writer.
I know she's excellent.
I think that's pretty much it. So you have to play the way you back to no. Okay. Here you go. This was a good idea. Thank you. Oh.
I forgot about this thing.
Drop it. Caught something in there. I don't know what. I just caught something. What it was.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I don't think we have a wall big enough to put all this on. Monica's Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. And then this is a report about it.
She wouldn't be in TV or?
Newspaper.
That's great.
Oh,
Now this is the picture that she said was okay, right?
yeah.
Bernie, ¿están ready to open it?
They'll fix it to work. While he's doing that, can I go look at that video?
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bells bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Our faith does that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the
Please ask you to bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us today. Thank you for celebrating this special moment with us. Thank you for our families, friends, that have given us such support throughout the years. Especially give thanks to the teachers that have taught us so many important lessons, not only in academics, but also in life. We ask that you would bless this day of our graduation. I also ask that you bless Moni Alonso. Thank you. Amen.
Pueden inclinar tus rostros para la oración. Padre nuestro, gracias que podemos estar aquí para celebrar este momento que es tan importante en nuestras vidas. Gracias por nuestras familias y amigos que nos han dado tanta ayuda por los años. Y especialmente damos gracias por nuestros maestros y maestras que nos han enseñado tantas lecciones, no solamente académicas, pero también sobre la vida. Pedimos que bendigas este día de nuestra graduación. También, por favor, si puedes bendecir a Mónica Alonso en este tiempo de tanta dificultad. Amén.
Before I begin, I must thank my mother and father, my sister, and the rest of my family for always being there for love and support. Greetings. I have been asked here to welcome you, but it seems more like a goodbye. A goodbye to our friends. A goodbye to our teachers. Some teachers we really don't mind saying goodbye to. It's the end of high school and the beginning of everything else. No one can call us kids anymore. Well, except for our families. I can still picture myself, a 40-year-old man, and my mother calling me big boy. The truth is, we're letting go of one thing and embracing something else. Our lives will never be the same again. So no matter how much you want to see these kids get their diplomas, excuse me, I know a few people that want to see them get their diplomas just a little more. So in conclusion, It is my duty, honor, and pleasure to welcome you to the class of 1994's graduation ceremony.
Adiós a nuestra familia y a la vida que antes habíamos conocido, en la cual fuimos vistos siempre como niños, guiados por nuestros padres y profesores. Este es el final de nuestra época escolar. La verdad es que desde este día nuestra vida jamás volverá a ser igual. Porque desde hoy tendremos que afrontarla con nuestra exclusiva responsabilidad, siendo este el comienzo de un futuro con nuevas proyecciones para lograr ser personas de bien y ofrecer ese resultado a nuestras familias. Una vez más, les agradezco el cariño que muestran al estar presentes en esta ceremonia de graduación de la clase de 1994.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me and my fellow classmates tonight, recognizing these outstanding students. They're all here tonight because they have made a choice to succeed. But what does it mean to succeed? Is it being rich or handsome? Or perhaps it's just being happy? Each and every one of these seniors will soon find out what it means to succeed, each in their own way. You know, while I was thinking about what to say tonight, I kept looking for just the right words to say. Words that would make a difference in their lives. So about a couple of hours ago, I realized that no matter what I said to them, it was going to change their lives. The only person that can make a difference in your life is that person in the mirror. That's right, you. You'll never regret that they got it. These people have an education. They hold the key to what separates mankind from all other forms of life. The ability to think, learn, and then use it to progress. So whether you're going off to college or right into the workforce, please remember this. Never stop learning. Because the only time a man can stop improving his mind is when he is resting in peace. I believe E.M. Forster said it best when he said, if you think ignorance is expensive, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Ignorance is the weapon of the defeated. Parents, many of you have taught your children all you can. You can believe me when I say it will forever be in your debt. I know I will. You must bear in mind that we still need you. We need your support of strong hands so that you can catch us every time we fall down. You must make sure that your child is living their dreams, not yours. And at this time, I'd like to share a short anecdote about graduating. It goes like this. A recent graduate handed his diploma to his father and said, I finished law school to please you and Mom. Now I'm going to be a fireman like I've been saying to you since I was 6. Robert Frost once said, in 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. And with that, we must go on. Whether we stay here or move around the world, we will never again be in high school. Unless, of course, you become a teacher. But other than that, we're off to bigger, better mistakes. Mistakes that we will eventually learn from and use to grow. I'm not going to tell you that this is the beginning or the end, or the end of the beginning. But I will say, the most important moment of your life is not yesterday or tomorrow. It's not birth or death, but now. Now is the time for the graduating classes of 94 to make a difference. And knowing that, I'd like to leave you with one last thought. In life, we travel many roads. Some are giant superhighways that carry us from destination to destination, and some are mere paths in the dust. But if you're driving a Lamborghini, who cares what the road looks like? Congratulations, class of 1994, and may you rule forever!
On behalf of the graduating class of 1994, we would like to take this time to recognize an extraordinary person who will be our guest speaker tonight. He has guided and led our class to become what it is today, Mr. Jim Heinrich, a husband, father, grandfather, entertainer, sponsor of the Drama Demon Chess Club, and our class sponsor. Together we have grown and learned from each other. We'd like to thank him for giving us his Saturday mornings for our famous car washes and unusual money-making ideas, to his patience with us when we were not all there. Last of all, we'd like to thank Mr. Heinrich for giving us unity, friendship, and memories to last a lifetime. You'll be greatly missed. Buenas noches. En nombre de la clase graduantes de 1994, queremos tomar este tiempo para conocer a una persona muy especial, quien será nuestro invitado de honor esta noche. Él ha guiado y encaminado a nuestra clase a lo que hoy somos, el señor Jim Heinrich. El señor es un gran esposo, padre, abuelo, animador, patrocinador del Club Drama Demons, patrocinador del Club Ajedrez y patrocinador de nuestra clase, la clase de 1994. Juntos hemos crecido y aprendido de uno el otro. Queremos darle las gracias por habernos prestado sus sábados por los famosos días de lavar carros y sus brillantes ideas para juntar dinero. También por tanta paciencia que nos tuvo. Y por último, les queremos dar las gracias por darnos unidad, amistad y, más importante, las lindas memorias que durarán por todo el resto de nuestras vidas. Lo extrañaremos mucho, señor Heinrich.
Governing board members, administrators, faculty and staff, family and friends, and the mighty graduating class of 1994. You are about to hear a most crucial graduation address. In the month of January, all these people and I had a meeting in that building over there. And we talked about, if you'll turn it down a little, I'll talk louder. We're getting a lot of feedback out of these corners. We had a meeting over there, and we talked about guest speakers to give this address. And one of our more quiet students, Peter Molina, he said, as did some others, we want somebody who knows us. We don't want somebody to come in from way over there, who's never seen us before, and talk to us about us. We want somebody who knows us. And so they picked Josie. Just kidding. So, what the seniors wanted was people somebody who knew them. And so I got to thinking, who knows them? You see all the people dressed in black? You see the other people on campus who work here? The people who fed them food? Josie, whom I mentioned? The people who check out the library books? Those people know these people. And so I asked these people, would you please give me a graduation address? Tell me some memories that you have about you and you and you and you and you and you. And maybe some advice and you and you and you and you. And so they did. I got lots of information. And so I put it into this 3-pound piece of paper. So here are the memories and the parting thoughts that we adults who know you so well wish to share with you. Is there any chance you can turn the monitors down? Those of us with hearing aids are having a tough time. Can you hear in the grandstand okay? Okay, if you could turn their speakers up and these speakers down, it might work. Wherever the sound man is. Good. Is it coming up with the glasses? There. That make it better? Some of you look good and fuzzy. So here are the memories and the parting thoughts that we adults who know you so well wish to share with you. Judy Hellfire tells Vicente Macias, now that you are computer literate, Vicente, you can create your own career center and become a millionaire. Carol Dana addresses her thoughts to the 12 graduating Geyser dancers, Jamie, Ed, Alex, Veronica, Vanessa, Joanne, Peter, Delia, Alina, Leticia, Becky, and Vanessa. And she wants you to remember the many hours of rehearsing during lunch and after school and Saturday. And remember selling hundreds and hundreds of candy bars to buy those costumes. And remember performing in various clubs and resorts around the valley. Sometimes performing on stages that were too small or too slippery. Remember revising dances a half an hour before performance because the dancer failed to show up. Remember the tired and sore muscles that never seem to go away. Remember doing 32 push-ups every day. Remember 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember during our last dance show, pulling together all your inner strength to perform, even under sad conditions, because the show must go on. But most important, remember the magic you felt with each dance show, when the curtain opened and the lights lit up the stage, and the music vibrated throughout the auditorium. And after dancing your hearts out, remember the approving sound of applause at the end of each dance. Miss Dana concludes with, I've enjoyed making these memories with you over the past 4 years. I'll miss all of them, maybe some more than others. And remember, don't stop dancing. Donna Roney, from our audiovisual department, has known most of the seniors ever since they were in 7th grade, and she's seen a lot of changes. She says, I remember Esteban Alvarez, as he began 7th grade, very tired, very timid and shy. And by the end of the year, he was joining in on class discussions and socializing with others. And she says, I've always been impressed by the way Michael Allen gets around, even when there are obstacles in the way. He finds a way to get to where he needs to be. Carmen Camacho, she remembers, has always been a young lady who would go the extra mile in all that she does. And to all seniors, it's been great knowing you and getting reacquainted with you this year. Carolyn McAdam of the library says she'll miss many of you, including Michael Allen. In his sophomore year, Michael helped in the library, entering most of the biographies into the computer, about 400 books. Adam Armstrong, his sense of humor, he made us smile every time he came into the library. Jason Riley, borrowing the sports page first hour and always returning it. Ronaldo Gonzalez, checking out some of the most interesting and the best books we have. And she says, this the way he would wait in. Vanessa Marshall's smiling face. Peter Molina, always yelling, I miss books! Every time I saw him. Frankie Mata, frantically looking for a graduation gown. Frantically typing his last papers on the library computer. And in Mundo Hierro, sounding exactly like Coach McClintock. Miss McDonald was just Teddy Wyrack wrote what sounded almost like a poem to my ears. She jotted down short descriptions of the reactions to her scenes. Here's her poem. I know she didn't intend it, but it just sounds like it. My seniors, God miss you. Raul always being the leader. Sandy's heart loved to burst. Tony being my huckleberry fifth. Maria writing book after book. Tasha's bag and kindness bursting. Chris's smile lighting up my life. Eddie's giggle contagious. Quiet Aaron and Vicente quietly working in the back. Sam, first to have everything in. Reynoldo, 2 people all in one. Harvey, wacko all the time. David, too serious next to him. Angie, telling it like it is. Chase, sneaking his Walkman in. Erica, directing her talents. Letitia, bubbly, smiling, warm. Nora and Claudia, Chinese twins. Carlos, always taking his time. Memories to treasure always. You inspired Miss Wyrack to act. You realize what an effect you have on us. At first, Wendy Corrigan felt she didn't know you well enough to write personal memories of you. Then she thought again and found that she knows many of you quite well. She wished to share these thoughts of 4. Thankfully only 4 because after all she's a mathematician and she must include all components and all variables in every expression. Reynaldo Gonzalez. I have enjoyed watching Ray grow from the shy young man he was as a freshman, sophomore, and junior to the outgoing, dynamic person he is today. He is involved in life, and I'm sure he affects flawless with the things he does. Thank you. Monique Alonso. I remember Monique when she was in 7th grade. Even then, she did her own thinking and quietly observed the world around her. It was like she was storing memories, just waiting for a vehicle to come along for her to tell us who and what she was about. She discovered journalism and the power of the pen. It was like watching a flower. Gladys Cervantes. When Gladys came to high school, she spoke very little English. She came to our school because she wanted to take the challenging courses and knew that Dyson encouraged all students to reach for their highest potential. She has excelled in everything she has done, including becoming proficient in the English language. Gladys is and always will be one of my heroes. I know that's not politically correct, but oh well. For she has risen to the challenges of her life. And finally, Ms. Morgan mentions Peter Molina. I see in Peter wealth, untapped talent, and potential. Peter is still in his cocoon, waiting to become the man he is destined to be. Peter wants to be a doctor. He certainly has the ability. As soon as he focuses in on that goal, it will come to pass. I wish for Peter, as he ages, that he never gives up. All things come to those who continue to struggle. Ms. Morgan's thoughts are simply meaningful for us all here tonight as we rise to the challenges of our own individual lives. Sonia Farah, of the Counseling Department, wishes Sandra Reyes, Amy Runquist, and Susie Encinas the Whoa Sisters the best of luck. signed Love, Henrietta Chavez. Natalie Webush has got a wonderful crew working with her this year, and about her she says, I've had the pleasure of working with the following seniors on this year's successful 1994 yearbook. Before we go on, how about that yearbook? I counted on just 2 pages, 114 student pictures on just 2 pages. That's getting the action. She wants to thank Luis Castañeda, Tasha Price, Julie Diaz, Erica Canales, Yesenia Flores, Alexandra Escudillo, Leticia Casciola, Elisa Rios, Vanessa Marshall, Veronica Sandoval, Lonnie Neeson, and Jason Bryan. They each contributed their expertise and talents and produced a beautiful keepsake for their class. Congratulations to Ms. Webush. Gary Brooks believes in keeping it short and sweet. Right now, he wishes he was standing up here. Everything that I've read in getting ready for this address, there's nothing that I remember more than what Gary wrote. And this is what he wrote. If you want some idea of what your future is, better or worse, look in the mirror. I'm going to repeat. If you want some idea of what your future is, better or worse, look in the mirror. It's me. It's terrific. They infected 1,440 breakfasts and lunches in the 4 years that you've been here. 1,440. That's more meals than you probably eat at home. And Mrs. Bedoya and the kitchen staff sat down and wrote this. We really appreciated the class of 94. You're a great bunch of young men and ladies, and you will go far in life. If you continue to do as well as you have here at Dyson, good luck and best wishes to everything you choose to do in life. And P.S. Don't forget your IDs. Now I want you to guess who this is. Who is this? Tell me another one. Where are you, Josie? I don't have my glasses on. Where's Josie? Yes, it's Josie, and she wrote some great memories down to share with you. This is what she had. This 4 years, seeing you come and go, I picked on some of you. I have enjoyed being around you. I'm going to miss you, but it's time to say goodbye. I hope that all of you will have a great future. Monica Palazzo, all the best to you. Juan De Leon, I will miss your funny jokes. The very best to you. Alexandra and Erica and Yolanda and Leticia, you were the ones who made my day. I'm going to miss you too, Raquel Lozano, the nicest one of all. Frankie Mata and Estela Leiva, the very best to you. To Philip Navarrete and Elisa Rios, I wish you good luck. To all of you, all my love, the very best. Class of 94, Josefina Garcia. I'm going to move this along a little bit. I'll be missing something. Sue Bowen wrote down everything she knows about you. And she gave me the book. And then she realized you'd kill her if I read everything that she wrote in there. So I sold back the juicier ones to her at $10 each. And after making about $420, here are the left. Something about Ronaldo Gonzalez and his nickname, Mad Dog. I'm going to tell you where that came from. A few years ago, they were playing a pantomime game, and Ray was supposed to be acting out a basketball game. And he was acting it out and acting it out and moment says, our quiet Ray Gonzalez went ballistic. He jumped all over the place. He blew his stuff. He went berserk. And one of the seniors who graduated last year or a couple years ago said, bad dog. And it's she mentioned something about Harvey and David and Ray at Camp Kiwanis. Something about being very religious and hanging around the chapel for apparently spiritual reasons. Some photographs of mysterious neck injuries. Benny Villarreal gets the guts to stick it out award. And a big congratulations to Mike Granados for being the Award of Merit winner and the Outstanding Construction Student for 1993 and 94. Brenda Rosales remembers something about a student that became known as Yantas. For those of you who don't know, Yantas means the tires in the car. The very first day that Peter Molina came here, he was afraid that he was going to get lost between classes. And he was wearing sandals that had tire treads for soles. And so he stuck his feet and he left black marks from one class to the next. And that way he could follow them and make sure he didn't get lost as he went from one road to the next. So that's our own Yantas. She remembers Christina Maria. I will always remember you and your super gun. Every car wash that Venture Club had, Christina would bring her gun and stand out by the street. And after a few times, Christina had her name changed to Rampa. Take care, I'm very proud of you. Both love Brother Rosales. Now, not just the adults wrote things. Some of the seniors in Mr. Brady's class wrote some things too. Very short. I only have one sheet from him. Just the first part of the alphabet, so some of you won't hear your name. But this is what some of the seniors in his class wrote about you. Sandra Abedia, married, going to have a baby. Michael Allen. Oh, they call him Speedy. Esteban Alvarez, Mr. Quiet and Shy. Olga Andrade, she's the mother of a child. Melina Araujo, fashion queen, best dresser. Adam Armstrong, jackpot. Tony Ballard, the fly guy. Enrique Barragan, Mr. Attitude. Javier Bedoya, Mr. Ditch Day Extraordinaire. Jason Riley, Mr. I Need a Pass, Please. Gabriel Calzada. Hey, Gabriel, who is she? Carmen Camacho, tomorrow's bank president. Jose Campos, Mr. Custom Stereo. Raul Carrillo, Black Attack. Luigi talent, stature, and good looks. The four amigos have been positive influences and strong supportive members of DHS band. You are going to remain a part of the band even after you leave. That's from his friends. Well, you can expect Cindy Hostetler to say some interesting things about you. Sandra, I've had 3 years of high school aid. I will miss you. Love, the nurse. And here's one addressed to Ernesto Lopez, or Frankie Torres, alias Frankie Mata. I have enjoyed getting to know you. I hope you decide how to write your real name. There are just a few thoughts left. Many people know Ms. Sanchez as the vice principal of Dyson High School. I have a special place in my heart for Ms. Sanchez. I'm going to And after 19 years, I knew I wanted to come back to high school. And I put in applications all over the Northwest Valley. And nobody wanted me. Nobody even called up to ask me to interview. I'd been away for 19 years. What in the world would I know about teaching? But Miss Sanchez called me up. She said, your application is a little unique. And she asked me to come in for an interview. And that started the ball rolling. And then I interviewed through the rest of the process and got here. And so I know her not as the vice principal here, but as the person who got me started in the direction that I used to high school. And you'll also notice that she has quite a sense of humor. Before we get to the funny part, here are some of the comments that Ms. Sanchez has for you, the graduating class of 1990. I would like to personally thank this senior class for their practically exemplary behavior as they leave high school. Thank you for being such ladies and gentlemen. With no intention to embarrass any students, I would like to send out my most sincere congratulations to those of you who have faced major crises these past 4 or 5 years, have overcome and are graduating. Many of you have had to work long hours, not to buy clothes, but to help your parents. Others of you have gone through family crises. Others have conquered physical handicaps, industrial injuries, and life-threatening illnesses. Others have broken ties with gangs and other self-destructive behavior. Some of you have run away. Some of you dropped out. But you came back. And now some special memories. So, thanks to Peter Molina, Leticia Gaxiola, and Enrique Barragan for being so soft-spoken. You are the future lawyers of America. May Jolie Molina find a job that never requires her to pick up attendance. To Jason Riley,
Raquel sees her challenge clearly to better fight it and win. Here's her new message to the valedictory address. Tonight is not a time for sadness. It's a time to look forward and meet each new challenge head on, no matter how daunting, and move forward with strength, courage, and confidence. She needs your positive thoughts and your prayers for the battle she's facing. Let's take a minute and leave her.
Moni can't be here, but her sister Raquel has a few comments she'd like to share in Moni's place. Raquel Lonzo.
Wednesday night. As I lay here in this bed, I thank God for this love I received from Diamond and my family. I am looking forward to graduating tonight with mixed emotions, not knowing what the future will hold. I have learned, though, that life is a series of obstacles to be overcome. You, the class of 1994, have worked very hard and have overcome many obstacles to get here. You made it, and so will I. I've taken on the biggest challenge of my life, and it's going to be very hard, but I'm going to be the same. And during the last few days, I've come to realize that life and friendship should not be taken for granted. It really takes something like this to open your eyes and think. Stop and realize how precious they are. I would just like to thank my family, teachers, and friends for their love and support. I appreciate it and I love you all. Go Diamond. you the best of times, which include our good times, our heartaches, and most importantly, the times we spent together as a friend and class. Times when we thought we were the best, and times when we weren't accepted. The history of our class goes beyond high school. It all started off one hot morning about 6 years ago. We were lost little souls that were coming together from 3 different schools. We were in 7th grade. It all began when we first stepped off the bus. Our hearts racing, we were scared. A new school, a new experience, and most important of all, more responsibilities. We analyzed the 8th graders and counted down the days until we stepped into the big 8. Finally, we were there. We were the 8th graders. We ruled the school. 8th grade was the year of bonding, a year that knitted the boundaries of friendship. Just a minute. Not trying to say we didn't have fun. Let's just put it this way. Mr. Rosenbaum and Miss Scott threw a party when we got promoted to high school. The transition from big shot 8th graders to immature freshmen was a slap in the face. To put it simply, we were lost, very lost. A new concept was introduced to us, the tank. And dun, 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 Josie. Freshman life was going to be harder than we thought. I clearly remember how bad we were. There was about 250 of us. We were freshmen, and we took second place at the first pep assembly. Oranges, toilet paper, and tennis balls were thrown at us. But that didn't stop us. We were determined to be the ruling class of Diamond High School. So said our class sponsor, Mr. Heinrich. It was a funny year. Some of us integrated with the senior class and learned the ropes. This knowledge will later on help us out in our future high school years. Next came our sophomore year. We were coming out of our shells, slowly but surely. This was the year of letting loose, a year of ditching thanks to the help of Harvey Bedoya and his truck. We had excuses for ditching though, and one of them was to work on our awesome float at Joey's house that slowly fell apart on the way of school. Our sophomore year brought us second place in Spirit Week. During that week, 2 of our classmates were pulled by some of the senior football players, those being Tony Ballard and Edmundo Piano. We learned how to put together a dance and continued to build our class fund. By the end of our sophomore year, we had accumulated about $3,000. We were told that our class had the best fundraising skills that Dyson High School had seen in a long time. We were a class with determination. Now we are in our junior year. We were upperclassmen and we thought we were it. Actually, we were because we took first place in Spirit Week. And the girls of 94 were the queens of Powder Puff. Vanessa. We had a numerous amount of car washes and fundraisers to raise money for the prom. Prom itself was a lot of fun and the turnout was great. But we felt sorry for the one student who walked outside and noticed his car was stolen, Gabriel Solis. Our junior year brought us some of us so close together that the memories we shared will remain in our hearts eternally. We were sad to see our senior friends leave us, but we are also overjoyed. We now officially rule the school.
Which brings us to our senior year. This year was a tremendously fun one. It all started off with a wonderful football season with things like Jack. This year also brought us a victorious first place in the Spirit. What can we say? Nothing less was expected from the best class of the We learned what a real ditch day was like. Right, Edmundo, Pat, Jason, especially Gail? Our senior year showed us how to skirt the last day of the 94 to return our home. Right, Estelle Kelsey? We also had a terrific time at prom. Thank you, Class of 95. We worked hard, and in the end, your efforts were greatly appreciated. Our school was again brought into the headlines with Erica Ganados leaving a basketball record behind.
So all others will look up to try to accomplish what she did. Also, Jamie Leva for her victorious taking All-American Pom Pom state. This year bonded us as a family. Through the years, our class turned itself down and we lost some of our members because of things. But those people that we lost will always be in our hearts. We love you. So as we stand here tonight, let's raise our heads with pride and face the new road. The road of life, which we will face together, but travel alone. The class of 1994 will never be forgotten. Thank you, faculty, friends, and most important, family. We love you. You together make this glorious possible, and you will always remain in our hearts. Congratulations, class of 1994. We out. All the requirements of the state of Arizona in the Dysart High School District. This is great pride that we present the class of 1994.
Madam President, members of the governing board, administrators, teachers, staff, welcome. A very special welcome to parents, guests, and the class of 94. A special note to remember the absence of Monica Ross. This evening it is my distinct honor and pleasure to participate in this graduation ceremony, for it is to give recognition to the class of 1994. Madam President, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to present to you this graduating class. As superintendent, to assure you that these students have met all requirements for graduation. Madam President, the class of 1994. Señora Presidente, mesa directiva, es un placer y honor representarle este grupo de graduados y como su presidente les aseguro que ustedes, estimados, han cumplido con todos los recuerdos para graduar. Señora Presidente, el clase de 1924.
Members of the governing board are happy to accept the class of 1994 for the awarding of diplomas. The governing board extends deepest thanks to the parents and the teachers who have guided this outstanding class to this important moment in their lives. To you, the graduates, the governing board extends sincere congratulations and best wishes that all good things may come to each of you throughout life's journey. We share in the pride that you, your parents, family, and friends must feel on this special occasion. We will miss you, the remarkable class of 1994. We know how anxiously you wait after you have worked so hard for 13 years. Accordingly, by the virtue of the authority vested in the Dysart Governing Board, by the Constitution and the laws of Arizona, the Governing Board is pleased to affirm the completion of graduation requirements by this class and will now present diplomas.
Receiving from Monica Alonso, Raquel Alonso. Ernesto Mata. Thank you, Jesus, for all you've given me. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for always being there for me. Viva Heiser, class of 94. Ana Chavez. Ronaldo Gonzalez. Thanks to all the big people that make this possible. And as the old saying goes, this is not the end, not the beginning of the end, it's the beginning. Gracias a Dios y a mis padres por haberme apoyado en todo. To my friends, thanks for the memories and shared the best. Ramona Delgado. I thank God, my parents, family, whole family for the help and support. To enable me to graduate today. JJ Raby, thanks for the memories. John Hurst. There's no victory without a fight. There's no sunrise without a night. There's no purchase without a cost. There's no crown without a cross. Thanks, everyone. Peter Molina. Pleasure. What's up? Thanks to all who have helped me graduate, my parents, and most important, my inspirations, Maria Molina and Pedro Molina. Jamie Leyva. I would like to thank my parents and all my special friends for being able to accomplish this today with your support. Ellen Michael. Adam Christopher Armstrong. I want to thank my dad, Linda, and my girlfriend Jenny for holding my hand through tough times. I hope good luck hits my football career. Gladys Cervantes. Quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mis amigos, a mis profesores, porque sin tu ayuda hubiera sido imposible llegar aquí. Los quiero mucho. Sandra Abeita. Mom, Dad, I know you're proud. Thanks for all the support of the family. Gracias. And thanks to my husband. Esteban Alvarez. I want to say thanks to all my friends, Mike G. Burns, and his family, and that special someone. I love you, Mom. Juanita Adame. Tony Ballard. For the teachers who supported and helped me graduate, thank you. Thank you, Mom, Mr. and Mrs. Ostrander, Mr. and Mrs. Mendoza, Mr. and Mrs. today. Olga Andrade. Enrique Barragán. Le doy gracias a mis padres y a Dios. Sin ellos no fuera posible. I also like to thank all my friends and teachers, especially thanks to the viewers. Manila Araujo. I would like to thank my family for their support and Mr. Jaramillo for all he's done. Also to my boyfriend, Manuel. I love you. Johnny Benton. I would like to first thank my parents for the support they gave me. I'd like to thank Mr. Fernandez. I also would like to thank Ms. Shame, Virginia, Ms. Hayes, and Andy, and last, Ms. Lawrence. It was because of them that I came to today. Carmen Avila. I'd like to thank God for giving me hope to further my education. Quisiera agradecer a mi mamá y a toda mi familia, amigos y maestros. Jason Bryler. I thank my mom and dad, my grandparents, and all the people that helped me. Carmen Camacho. Gabriel Casada. I would like to thank my parents for supporting me throughout school. Thank you. Angelina Catalan. I thank God, my family, and two friends for supporting me and helping me where I am today. Love you. Thank you. Manuel Campos. Sí se puede. Sí gane. Claudia Chávez. Le doy gracias a mis padres, a mi esposo Efraín, a los maestros, amigos, y sobre todo gracias a Dios por darme la libertad de seguir adelante. Raúl Carrillo. I would like to thank my grandparents for being here, and I need them. Love you, will always be in my heart. I'd also like to thank Raúl and Virginia. Opa, God bless you. Ana Maria Contreras. I would like to give thanks to my mother and husband for encouraging me and supporting me throughout the years. Love always, Ana. Luis Castañeda. I would like to thank God for making everything possible. I want to thank my mom, family, and all my relatives for support. Viva México! Aarón Castillo. Quiero agradecer a mis maestros que me ayudaron a sobrevivir en mis clases. Gracias a los canales que siempre deja de eso, la familia que me dio. Berna Lorena Díaz. Doy gracias a quienes me apoyaron para seguir adelante en los estudios y lograr la carrera. Gracias a todos por mi madre en especial. Gracias. Chris Chávez. Christopher. I'd like to thank my family for being there for me, pushing me to better my education and growth and endurance. Made it last of the plan.
You got Chris! Joanne!
I would like to thank my family for not believing in me and letting me prove them wrong, and my friends for believing me. Juan de Leon. Susie Encinas. I, Susie Encinas, like to thank the parents, Sandra, Ricardo for all the support, love, and to my family and friends. God bless you. Roy Duarte.
How long of a power pack do you have?
Alejandra, 4 hours. I thank my parents, family, and my kids, all who love and support. My best friends, Yolanda, Leslie, and Yesenia, from all the great families. Alfonso Esparza. Primeramente le doy gracias a Dios que me dio vida hasta este momento. También gracias a mis amigos, maestros, padres.
Got a Minolta Super 8.
They
told me I had a 4-hour power pack. I'm lucky to get 2 hours out of it.
Thank you.
That's when the batteries are new.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is the battery shop will custom build a battery
Wanda Caetano.
for what I want. I do a lot of night shooting, and I want
Sonia
my brother and I found a
quiero
cave.
agradecer a mis favoritos.
We went back in there about 100 yards, and it only lasted, the battery lasted about 30 minutes with the light and everything. I want to have a battery built where it's a that cave, my sister-in-law and her daughter went back. So what we could take her over 300 yards back in there, and she said it was stalactites and stalagmites up near Camp Verde. Yeah.
Michael Freeman. I would personally like to thank my parents for their dedication for always being there. Thank you, God, for letting me. Here.
United Birds at Pinnacle Peak Road.
Leticia Garciola.
Old mines or they
Yeah, these are mine. And they got a lot of 4x4.
Ron, thank you for helping me achieve the goals and making my dreams
Over
reality.
there,
Parents,
went
brothers,
down
and sisters,
200.
family, and friends, thank you for
Down.
me.
I told my brother, we're gonna get out.
Jesus Gomez.
Well, this one here is a natural cave. It's got water running out and everything. I mean, the water is ice cold. We had to take our shoes off, and we waded into
Thank
water
my
this
parents for
deep
giving me the opportunity
and put it back. My sister-in-law, she said she was wading in water up to her waist and everything.
Gabriel Gonzalez. I'd like to
And it
thank my
was,
mom and dad for
that
their support and the love that they gave
during
me.
September when we went up and we found it. So it was pretty cold.
Vanessa Gonzalez. I'd like to thank my family for being
They've been
there
in there for 2
and
hours
guiding me
and we
through
could
my high school
actually
years.
see our breath.
Thanks to medical
And
living.
everything. That's how cold it was. Yeah.
Pat Gonzalez. I want to thank my parents, brothers, sisters, friends, and Gail for being there for me and helping me pass through high school.
We'll be in the north side of the
Sylvia
Camberry or
Huerta.
where?
Quiero agradecer a mis padres, María y Paulina Huerta, por todo su apoyo y amor. I'd like to thank David Ferreria and Project Dream for
You go up General Crooks Highway.
Mike Canales. I thank my mom and dad for being there
And
and
Camp
helping me
Verde
get great content.
and Pace and Pine.
Oh, yeah, going that way?
Yeah.
Tiffany Jimenez. I want to thank my family and friends for all my dad.
You have to get off on a forest road. I don't remember the forest road number. And you get back in there.
Edmundo José Manuel Diego.
Girl, right?
With my wife back there.
I want to say thanks to my parents and my teachers for putting up with me, helping me make the best of this year.
Costanera
Good luck to all teams.
is my wife's nephew.
Verónica Lechuga.
And we come to the football games. And she's had the opposite team coaches come over and look, be very upset with her because, I mean, you can hear
San Lee.
Now we spent
Daniel Leiva.
Labor Day weekend
Thank God for making this day possible. To my parents and grandparents, happy birthday. I love you guys.
deer hunting. We went back. And
Joseph Leiva. I thank my grandmother for everything she's done for me.
camera.
If it wasn't for her, I don't know what I'd do.
We only had one flashlight. Plus we had my dogs with the dogs following my sister-in-law and her daughter way back in there.
Vanessa Martin. I would like to thank God, mom, family, David, for helping me share this special moment. My friends, I will miss you.
Fun to walk in there.
I live out in Cave Creek.
I would like to thank my parents, the family. I would also like to thank Patricia, Wilson, and the family.
I think
My
my
mom,
brother and
happy
I
birthday.
have been in all of them. There's one that's got a shaft that's over 500 feet deep.
Nora Mendeville.
300 feet of it.
Primeramente doy gracias a Dios y a mi mamá por todo su apoyo y amor. A todos los maestros que
If a person can pump it out, there's a vein of gold in there. You've seen pictures of it. It's about 3.5, 4 inches wide. And it's pure gold. It's in a quartz vein.
Tina Mendoza. Mom, from the first day of kindergarten to now, I hope you're proud. Dad, I wish you were here. Anna and Rochelle, love you.
I'm going to find my wife now.
Andrew Mendoza.
Nice talking to you.
I'd like to thank more people than I can think of, so I won't try. Kaiser, I'll see you in 10. Chole Molina. Mom and Dad, thank you for being there for the years and giving me that extra push. I love you and I do appreciate it. Edgar Mesa. First of all, I would like to thank you for Mrs. Fernandez and Constantine, Mrs. Water. Without them, I wouldn't graduate. This is the best school I've ever been. Alma Moran. Philip Navarrete. Cristina Murillo. I dedicate this diploma to my grandmother, who I know is watching. Thanks to God, my family, and the Project Green staff for his support. Lonnie Neeson. Thank you to everyone who made this possible for me. Your Slingo, Project Green teachers, Mom and Dad, I love you. Good luck in 95 Black Attack. Jessica Nash. I want to thank my family for their support. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. Thanks, lots of love. Eric Odin. Rachel Navarro. I would like to thank my family for helping me throughout my high school years, especially to my mom and dad. Vicente Pasillas. Quiero agradecer a mis padres por haberme apoyado en todo y a mis amigos por ayudarme con amistad. Con mucho cariño, Vicente Pasillas. Mona Lisa Reséndez. I'd like to thank the following people, my parents, Shame, Randy, Jose, Virginia, for helping me get to this day. Thank you. Juan Ramos. Doy gracias a Dios, a mi madre y a los que me ayudaron a terminar mi secundaria y mi educación. Gracias. María Reyes. My thanks to God, my family, and my friends for being there and supporting me all the way. Thanks, Mom and Felipe. Love you. Edward Isaiah Reyes. First of all, I'd like to thank God that I'm here in order to graduate. Also, I'd like to thank my parents for everything they have done for me, and everyone who was there for me. Thanks. Sandy Reyes. Thank you to my parents for putting up with me and supporting me. Hua girls for the fun time, class of 94C. Elisa Rios. Michael Rios. Reyes. Rebecca Rosales. I'd like to thank my family. Rebecca. I'd like to thank my family, my husband John, and especially my mother-in-law for believing me. Thank you. Good luck, seniors, to Houston Junior. A.B. Raquels. I want to thank my parents for everything they've done for me. I want to thank my friends, family, coaches, and most of all, God. Eric Riley. Frank Rios. I want to say thank you to my parents for getting to high school and to all the untouchables. See you all at the after party. Cynthia Santosa. Rodrigo Rivas. Verónica Sandoval. Carlos Rotas. I would like to thank all my teachers, especially Miss Colin and my mom and dad and Lucy. Claudia Iván Sotelo. Gracias, Dios, por haberme concedido llegar hasta aquí. Gracias a mis padres, a Nicolasa y a Álvaro, mis hermanos y amigos. Jesse Romero. I would like to thank my wife, mother, and father for pushing me to stay school. Soon I made it without them. Hilda Trujillo. I'd like to thank God for the gifts and strength He's given me to help throughout high school and all the years of time. Junior Smith. First and most of all, I would like to thank God. I would like to thank my parents, administrators, Miss Sarah, and leave special thanks. Without her, I wouldn't be going to college. Deborah Ann Valdez. I'd like to thank my family and friends for encouraging me throughout my high school years. I am always in your debt. Thank you. Jason Savarza. Mom, Dad, and brother. Thank you, God, for blessing me with my family. Joanne Abyss. I would like to thank God for parents, friends, and family, and first time is for all the support. Love you guys a lot. 1994 rules. Gabe Solis. Linda Vasquez. Special thanks to my husband Mike, my parents, and grandparents for all the help and support that you've given me. Love you all. Benny Villarreal. Stacy Lee Yengli. Thank you all for ladies, teachers, and all that brothers and sisters that have helped us so much. I love you. Danny Yengli.
Get up.